Here we have a QC-CALC file. It's read six diameters from the test part. And if you look in the point properties, there are no trace variables. So we want to add a trace variable to these 6 diameters. I've written this program, or I've kind of it's called send variables. And so right now basically creates alignment and it measures those 6 features. What we're going to do is we're going to have it send the operator number and anything else you really want by using a variable. So since it's the first thing I want it to do before it runs, I'm going to change my, and let's put it right after the recall. All right, and so what we need to do is we need to create the variables and then tell ZONE3 to send it to QC-CALC. So let's create our variables under the routine flow. We'll choose variables, and the first variable we'll use is, let's go operator initials. So since operator initials has letters, we have to use what's called a string variable, which is denoted by a $sign. So we'll call this one string operator initials. So that's going to mean that it's operator initials, and it's going to have letters in it or numbers, and that's something we want to input. So we're going to choose to input it. You have the choice to either assign it or input it. We're going to input it. And this is where we can prompt. We can write a prompt. The expression is the prompt or the assigning, but we're going to prompt. We'll say enter initials. Okay. Now I want to create another one. This time let's call it part number. This one, since maybe your part number has some letters in it, let's also use a string, and we'll say string part number. But maybe this is a number that you want set and you don't want somebody to change it. You want it to be set for this part. So we can call, so we'll say string part number, and let's say the part number is 555-X937. All right. And so you put that in quotes, and if I hit tab, now notice the actual, that's what it's going to send out. Here it's going to send out whatever we enter. Here it's going to send this out. The final number, let's show you how to put in a numeric variable. A numeric variable would be the pound sign for number. And let's call this one lot number. All right, so let's have somebody enter this one in. So to input it, and then what we'll do is we'll put in, please enter lot number. All right. And so those are our 3 variables. Now that's going to define them. And if we run it, if we just do a quick check when we run it, it's going to say enter your initials. I'll put my initials in. I'll click OK. Please enter the lot number. We'll say it's lot number 4, and it's OK. And it's working. However, it's not going to send it to QC-CALC yet. We have to, if we were to run it, it would not send it to QC-CALC. We have to actually tell it to send it to QC-CALC. All right, and so now that's in the report settings. So when we click on report, we're going to go to label. And if you notice, here's our numeric variable, lot number. Here are our string variables. So let's go to lot number, and we have to tell it to send it. There's a special statement, and so in older versions it used to be factor, and then you'd put in what you wanted, a number, and then the variable number. Here, ZONE3, you can just put an exclamation point. Then you can use the straight parentheses, which are right below the backspace. So straight, and since this is a number, I'm going to put N for number, another straight parentheses. Then I have to label which number it is. So this is the first numeric variable I'm going to send. So I put 1. I use my straight parentheses again, and then we'll call it lot number. Okay. And we can turn that on so it sends it to the file always. And if you want to send it to your, you can also send it to your single run file. All right, so for our operator initials, we're going to use that dollar or that exclamation point, straight parentheses, except now instead of N, we're going to put T for text, straight parentheses. This will be my first text variable, straight parentheses, and we'll call this one operator initials. Okay, make sure it's always, and we'll send that out as well. And then the other one is going to be part number, so let's go exclamation point, text. This is number 2. This is the second one we're sending, and we'll call that one a part number. All right. Okay, and make sure it says always and always. We'll click save. I look at it, it's going to work. I'm going to set the program marker and let's run it and see what happens. So to run the routine, enter the initials ELJ. Notice, so I'll show you that it does actually pick up what we did before. Enter lot number. It was 4, now it's 5. And it should run really quick. And we'll go to our QC-CALC here. And now you see as that second point populated, now it's sending lot number, operator initials, and part number. It's not on the first number, but the second one, there's the operator. So that's how you put in numbers and send them to QC-CALC. Let me know if you have any other questions.